I'm Seri DeYoung, and I'm the director of Unfaithful.
I am Jack Fleischer. I am the executive producer and also one of the actors.
So Unfaithful was an interesting watch. Very satirical style. Why was this a project you guys wanted to bring to life?
I almost want Jack to answer that one because, like, I had the inspiration for it. I also co-wrote the film.
Mhm.
Um, but why did you say yes, Jack?
Ah, well, I thought that it was a good little parable about, choices that people make under pressure and the frame of this world I found very entertaining, especially now, 20 years later, that now that we've seen the way that a lot of social media plays out and public personas, vis-a-vis the internet, it felt like Siri's idea was to kind of take us back to the cusp of a lot of that culture, and it seemed prescient, like it was right to tackle. So
This cast does a fantastic job to capture kind of the attitude of the people behind the scenes in shows like this. What was the casting process like?
Um, Jack and I happen to, share a community of a lot of actors that we know. So we pulled from the talent that exists within our community. Just tapped people we knew would be great for the job, and they were.
Um, Even though this is a short, there's a lot of room to add storyline to this. Is there any plans or is it a possibility to expand this into something much bigger?
I'm so happy you asked that question. Yes, we are in the process of developing this into a half-hour episodic series. Just sort of following the journey of Shaun Johnson, getting a bit more into like his background for sure, his marriage and his family life, and also what drives him as a journalist, like someone who really wants to make a name for himself in the realm of media and journalism, and what that meant in the times of the early 2000s, specifically in 2007, the year that the iPhone came out, the year that we were all like neck deep into Facebook and other social media, the whole world of, I think the way that we consume media was in the process of being completely turned upside down. And this is a person who is absolutely not ready for that.
Definitely. For Jack, what was it like to be on set, playing a character in this? Because you were involved in the background of it, and then you took a step inside this world.
yeah, it was really interesting. I've produced a couple other things that I've acted in, though this was by far the most complicated single day shoot. Uh, I don't think I could have done it without the team that we had assembled, who were incredible. It was one of those things where as a producer that's also acting, you have to like at a certain point pivot and just sort of say everything that I've set up here with this incredible group of people is just going to happen, and now I need to like you know just switch over to the acting, um, which I love to do, and it was more fluid than I thought it would be. I thought I would struggle a bit more to shift gears with this one, just because of how much was a part of this. It was a single day. We filmed it in one day, so the multiple cameras, the show within the movie. Um, some fight choreography. It was a lot, but yeah, it went way more fluidly than I ever could have hoped for. So, yeah, grateful.
Definitely. There's a lot of things that go on in this short, which is one of the reasons I asked if there's any possibility to expand it, because we want to know a lot about not just the main character, but the co-producer in that there's so much going on that uh it amazes me that it's only a 1 day shoot because it seems like it would be like at least a week. Yeah. What were some of the obstacles in getting this made? Because indie films and especially indie shorts are so difficult to get made.
Yeah, right. I mean, the biggest obstacle, the turning of the earth, the time is, yeah, we did shoot it all in one day. We prepped the heck out of it, which is kind of my MO. I really don't like to be thinking when I'm on set. I'm like, I did all of that. I did my homework already.
Mhm.
Now it's just time to, have fun and get the job done. And we had a whole team of people who were just really gung ho to check all the boxes and prep with me so that, yeah, by the time we got there, we could really just knock it out. I also like to work with my actors ahead of time, have as many sort of rehearsals, interviews as possible, because I don't like to do a lot of takes. I like
Mhm.
to just pow pow and then keep it moving. But yeah, we're really lucky to have an absolutely killer team who are also really hands on deck. And I think while we were shooting this, it was a sort of slower time in the industry. I think we got some like really cool artists to participate in this who like otherwise probably would have been too busy to do so.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, with all that work put into it, how do you feel now having this at Dances with Films, and it'll be shown at the TCL Chinese Theater, which is iconic in Hollywood?
I'm very excited. We screened it at the Santa Fe Film Festival in February, which was awesome to see it on a big screen. Always a joy to hear an audience's laughter live. I think, you know, the screening with Dances with Films will be even better. I mean, it was awesome. In Santa Fe, we won Best Short Comedy, which was a great honor. So that was very special. But I think because we'll have the cast and crew here in LA, it'll be our LA premiere. I'm really looking forward to that, and also I think just to connect with other filmmakers and talk more about our pilot script and the places this could go potentially. So
Would you like to add anything, Sari?
Um, I just agreeing with Jack. It's really exciting to be able to watch it in a live audience. Unfaithful is a comedy,
Mhm.
and I think comedy is best enjoyed in a group rather than solo. I think it just enhances the experience. You hear someone laughing and you'll be like, "Oh, wait, I didn't catch that." And so I'm really excited to just watch it with the group, especially all the team members that worked on it. I've been a little like sneaky about showing it to
Mhm.
people. Like if anyone who worked on it asked to see the cut, I of course sent it. But I'm really excited. A lot of them will be seeing the film for the very first time, projected on a huge screen at the Chinese at Dances with Films, and that is something I am so excited to just share that experience with them.
As you sit in an audience, what are you looking for? It's not just the laughs, but there's a lot of different little nuances to this short that kind of catch an audience off guard at points.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, as the co-writer for sure. Short films are tough. You don't have a lot of room, so you really want to get in as much story and context without it just being so flat and upfront. One of the things I'm excited about is to talk to people afterwards and see what their interpretation is. I like traversing in a sort of murky moral middle ground and finding out what people think about that.
Uh, Shows like this were, well, the show that you're making a spoof of, were kind of famous in the late 1990s, early 2000s. How much did you consume in order to capture the way that these shows were?
I mean, not to like give away my age, but I did grow up watching my MTVs.
Mhm.
Um, and I did watch a bit of it. I watched a good amount beforehand. And especially in terms of how I chose to shoot it, I realized pretty quickly that like the cameras that you see on in the short film that like the crew is
Mhm.
using, I realized I wanted to like actually use them. So then it was this hunt to find like the correct period accurate, if you will, Panasonic cameras that shoot on tape, by the way. Like 2007 was like right on the cusp of when everything moved to digital. So we were actually still shooting on tape. And so the clips in the film that look like the kind of crappy reality TV, like we actually shot that on tape. So like the cameras you see are actually also rolling. So the whole show within a show is very practical. So we were rolling, 3 cameras at once. We had like the 2 show cameras, and then we had the Alexa Mini. And our cinematographer, Carrie Morgan Glassman, was really up to the challenge of like managing all these cameras and even doing her own research and figuring out exactly which model of camera was being used at that time. So yeah, putting it all together, the wackiness, we've really come a long way in reality TV production. It's all very like glossy and clean and pretty
Mhm.
now, but it was pretty grungy at the time. And so it was fun to do stuff that we were like, oh no, intentionally, let's make this look worse.
Mhm. That sounds so awesome though. I really enjoyed that square format because I think that really captures the time. But yeah, congratulations on this project. It is fantastic. I can't wait to see it with an audience to see how they're reacting while the short goes. But thank you very much for your time once again, and best of luck at Dances with Films.
Amazing. Thank you so much.